Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing super well. It is February already and it's the first week of February. January just feels like it flew by so quickly. But I wanted to introduce you guys to a new series I'll be doing on my channel. I used to do this before, I think in the beginning stages of my YouTube channel, and I called it the beginner series, and I took you through some of the most, I want to say basic, but like things that basically a lot of people have issues with when it comes to their makeup routines. My series is called Back to Basics. It's super predictable and obvious, but I wanted to just keep it simple and to the point. And I'll be doing this on the first week of every month, on the Monday of the first week of every month, and it is essentially just taking things back to basics and just touching on, or taking you through rather, not touching on in-depthly, a step in your beauty routine that you have an issue with, just so that I know that I am reaching everyone on my channel. We have people who are very new to makeup and they just do like brows, and there's some people who don't even do brows. It also helps in the sense that if you see me doing a Valentine's look, for example, or a prom look, for example, and I'm saying, okay, so I'm applying lashes, you guys can refer back to this Back to Basics series. You can go to the eyelash video and how I teach you how to apply false lashes, and then you at least know how I do that and how you can do that too. So I'm hoping it'll be successful. I'm hoping you guys will like it. And yeah, so for today's episode, I reached out to Instagram and I asked you guys what you guys are struggling with in your beauty routine. A common point was contouring, so that's what I'm going to do for you today. I have different types of contouring that I do. I have one for a bead face, right? It is probably going to be a cream contour, and that was the point that I was asked to focus on, was cream contouring. But for everyday vibes, I prefer a powder contour that's subtle and pretty easy to do. It doesn't require too much time blending out and that sort of thing. If you are going to cream contour, you are also going to powder contour. So essentially I begin contouring right as I get into my concealer. So right now I have done my foundation. Today I used the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation in the shade Sandalwood. So I have my foundation down, and now it's time for me to begin highlighting and contouring. Essentially, highlighting and contouring is part and parcel together. It's difficult to have one without the other. So the essence of highlighting and contouring is to put back highlights and shadows in your face that your foundation took away. Right now, I have a very even canvas, even toned canvas. So essentially, why we highlight and contour is to bring back dimension in our face where we need it. Understand the theory and apply the theory to your own face. So I'm gonna start off by highlighting, and you guys have seen me in my tutorials. That's when I take a concealer, and the one that I always reach for a lot of the time is LA Gold Pro HD in the shade Fawn. I like to use a concealer that is a shade or two lighter than my face. I'm using this one because it's easily accessible to everyone. It's in Discam and it's 62 bucks. So what I like to do is I apply this below my eyes, and we apply it in a triangular motion. Why I say contouring starts at this step is because I begin shaping my nose with this concealer. So I take this concealer right up there. You don't have to put on this much. If you are a full coverage girl, you can. Some people are okay with just doing 3 stripes like this. It's a pretty lightweight concealer, so you don't really feel too heavy or cakey if you are applying this amount on your face, which is what I like about it as well. We want to highlight just the middle part of our forehead, not the entire forehead. We want to bring this down the bridge of our nose, because like I said, this is where our nose contour starts. And we're going to take that to our chin. So your contouring also starts when you apply your concealer just below where you would apply your cream contour. So now I'm going to blend out this highlight. this concealer, and I'm using a Miracle Complexion Sponge from Real Techniques, and this I've been using for many years. It does the job. I like the shape, it gets where I need it to be, and I tend to use this edge here. And we begin patting this into the skin. You can use medium pressure. So that is the concealer blended out, and it has brought forward light into my face. Alright, so that is what essentially highlighting has done. It has added radiance and more light to our face in the areas where we need it most. Now it seems like we just need to add dimension or shadows to our face. So this is when I go in with a darker concealer. I like to use a stick concealer to do this, or a stick foundation. And one of my favorites is from Black Opal, and this is at Clicks or Foschini. It's a proper foundation, but I buy this and use this as a contour stick. I'm taking this, and I like to go for something warm because I like warmth to my face. I don't like cool toned browns because I do have a yellow or warm undertone or golden undertone, so I really just like to keep things more warm or neutral at the most on my face. So I'm taking my stick concealer and I just draw a line in that space, right? To make it easier, you can suck in your cheeks. Your forehead, you do it on your forehead because you want your forehead to be a little bit smaller. If you have a big head like me, you really enjoy this step. So I take my cream stick and apply the cream on the sides where I really need it to shrink this area, and at the top there. I take this underneath my jawline because I want a more angular jaw. And this is where we tend to make mistakes because it's easy to not blend this area out properly because you can't, oh my god, because you can't see everything. But this has to connect all the way to under the chin. The last place I take my cream contour is down the sides of my nose. And I just do one tiny little line. To blend on my contour, I'm taking my contour brush from Real Techniques. It's literally called a contour brush. And I'm going to begin buffing this into my skin. I'm brushing this upwards because I want the warmth to carry up into my face. I don't want to bring this down because it removes the work. It takes away the work that I've just done with my concealer. You really have to have patience with cream contouring. You cannot rush it, which is why this is something I don't do on a daily basis. I prefer to powder contour. My makeup routine would just take too long. Now I take a more detailed brush and focus on my nose contour. Now you can just go ahead and do more blending, and I like to do this with the foundation brush, which has your foundation shade on it, just to make sure everything looks good and is more blended out. Now we come to setting, and setting is to basically stop the fluids and creams from moving everywhere, to help combination or oily skins deal with oil production on the face as well. so we don't get shiny throughout the day. So that's when we decide to use powder. So I'm gonna set my concealed area with a loose powder. I'm not gonna bake in this video because I want to do that in a separate video, but you want to basically set everywhere where you applied product, right? Anywhere you applied a cream or a fluid, you want to set. For my concealed areas, my lighter areas, I'm using a banana powder. To set the rest of my face, I'm taking my normal face powder and I'm setting everywhere I used foundation, even the contour. Now I'm gonna powder contour, which is essentially go everywhere where I did cream contour. And this is where you can listen if you don't want a cream contour and you just want a powder contour. So you want to really set more and start your bronzing process for where you applied your cream contour. So I'm taking my contour powder and I start defining my cheekbone. I also contour my nose. And you bring that nose contour all the way up into this brow bone area to start creating shadows for your eyes. Now you can dust away any excess powder. After all that powder and work to now lay my base down, this is where I like to take my makeup setting spray or refreshing spray and spritz my face lightly before we get into eyeshadow, bronzing, blush, lashes, whatever the case may be, just to take away a dry, more powdered look to give us more of a radiant, dewy look. So if we were starting to look too cakey because we were layering on product, a product like this, a makeup setting spray, and one of my favorites is MAC Cosmetics Fix Plus and the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, which makes your makeup last the entire day or night. I really like them because they refresh the skin and they take away any overly powdered look and making your skin look more dewy, more fresh, and not caked up. So if you guys know me, you would know that this is how I actually prefer to leave the house on an everyday basis. Even if I didn't cream contour, my look would still turn out like this. It's warm, but I have a focus on the base, which is my skin. It's flawless. I don't have lashes on, my eyebrows are done, and I just throw on my favorite lip gloss from Maybelline. You guys know what that is. And I walk out the house. Now, you can go a step further and actually now proceed to strobe highlight, which is using a powdered highlighter and actually adding more highlight to your cheekbones. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. My favorite highlighter to use is from MAC. It's the Extra Dimension Skin Finish and it's in the shade Beaming Blush. This is just the perfect amount of subtlety that I require in a highlighter. And I just take some and apply it to the high points of my cheeks. I then go ahead and spritz some more Fix Plus to let that highlight soak in and morph in beautifully with my skin. And that, you guys, is the finalized finished look. I hope you found this video informative. I hope it helped you with regards to learning or just at least just knowing how to contour. It is a fun technique once you grasp the concept and know what you're doing. Not every contouring technique or highlighting technique is the same from you to the next person to the next person, but if you just understand and grasp the concept, it'll be easy for you to apply the theory to your own face to suit your own lifestyle and to suit the look that you want to have, morning, evening, weekend or weekday. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and join our little family. I hope to see you soon and thank you for watching. Bye.